Hi, I'm Raj. I'm a food and culture writer from Surrey, but today I am in the wine capital of Canada, Oliver, BC, where two sisters, Neelam and Manpreet Dhaliwal, are redefining wine culture by putting their own culture on display. Manpreet Dhaliwal is the first South Asian head female winemaker in Canada, making waves in the industry with her innovative, award-winning wines.
We opened up our winery in 2013, and ever since 2016, every summer I was coming back home, working the busy season. So in 2022, it wasn't just busy in the tasting room. We had a bumper crop season, which is when, the entire region here had double production of what we normally do. So it was an all hands on deck situation in the cellar. So I jumped into the cellar in 2022, and I worked with our previous winemaker, kind of learned the trade a little bit from the ground up, and you fast forward to today and I'm now the head winemaker. It's not as romantic as people think. We're not just, in the cellar sniffing our rosé and drinking our glasses of wine. And, it is a lot of hard work. It's a lot of long days, a lot of difficult labor work. There are days that I'm just completely beat by the end of the day because, you're carrying heavy equipment all day. You're climbing up and down tanks and you're working with a lot of heavy machinery when you're processing grapes. So it's definitely not as romantic as it looks, I'll say that. In 2024 is when I kind of started to branch out and did some of my own wines. So I created a new rosé, I created a new sparkling, which just recently received national recognition as well. So I'm super proud of that. But just, my first year was just, can I do this? And then my second year was, yes, I can, let's do it. And then I created some super fun new lines.
Both Manpreet and Neelam feel deeply rooted in their cultural background and have made a conscious decision to include it in everything, from the names on the wine bottles to the unique food pairings in their restaurant, even though creating this space has come with challenges and barriers.
We definitely do feel this extra pressure because those spaces, those doors weren't necessarily opened for us. We had to open them ourselves. And I think, no one really invited us to the table. We had to create our own table. When we first started off, we had, consultants and advisors that were helping us build this brand, and we weren't recommended to go down this route. When I'm sitting in a business meeting being told, dim that culture, don't name things that have anything to do with your language because it doesn't make sense for people. It's difficult. Make it easier. That honestly, I doubled down even more after that.
So in 2024, when I decided, we're going to shake things up a little bit, we're going to do something different, we came to this rosé, and we hadn't really thought of a name. It was just something fun that I was doing, and it's a Cab Sauv dominant with some Syrah, a little bit of Cab Franc. It's super juicy, it's super floral. And when we were brainstorming names, I really wanted the full aspect to be in it because of the actual flavor profile of the wine. It's very floral. So, we started thinking of names related to that, and we landed on Fulkari.
So Fulkari is a embroidery. It's an Indian floral embroidery that, women have created. It's hand embroidered. It is all about the feminine. It's about the womanhood. It's about those people that have made the sacrifices so that we can be here. So Fulkari is a love letter to womanhood. It is honestly a love letter to all the women behind the scenes that have allowed us to get to where we are now, to have this opportunity. I do feel like there is a cultural barrier that, Indian people and Indian food, wine and Indian food don't belong together. Wine and Indian people don't belong together. It's an anomaly. So when something you don't see frequently, you don't come across it, it seems like it doesn't belong together.
I find that Indian food, especially in Western culture, is thought to be as full of spice. And I think that is kind of what's ruining that whole idea of pairing wine with Indian food. Because if you're pairing wine with something that's full of heat, all you're going to taste is the alcohol, and it's going to burn in the back of your throat, and it's not going to be a very enjoyable pairing. So I feel like you kind of have to choose wisely. For example, you could take a Pinot Grigio, which is one of my favorite wines. It's crisp and acidic, and it's bright. But pairing that with a dish that's, you know, got creamy texture, like a coconut curry, it's just, it balances itself really well.
Just like we took a risk with naming our wines Indian names, we're also taking a risk with our recipes here and really, you know, talking about the layers that exist in the cuisine and educating everyone and opening up the dialogue. Like, ask us questions. I think overall for us is we are unapologetically ourselves, and so are our names, and so is what we're trying to do here. When you walk through those doors, you will get that experience of we're at an Indian family winery.